Hello again. We're back on Chef and a Half. Me and my mom are here with my Aunt Trisha, her sister. And today, we're having Trisha here teach us how to make her homemade country-baked lasagna with fried taters and onions. So Trisha, how about we get started?
Let's let the baking begin.
Let's do this.
So today, Tabitha has asked me to come up here to Nebraska, and I live in Missouri, by the way, to show you guys my lasagna. My own little cheap way of making lasagna that everybody seems to love. Everywhere I go, somebody always says, will you make your lasagna? Or I say, hey boys, I'm making my lasagna tonight. All I have to do is say I'm making my lasagna, and presto, it's like knock, knock, knock on the door. Here we are, Mom. You know? So, and friends, anybody, you know, any kind of, if somebody's doing a dinner party, a lot of times they'll say, hey, can you make your lasagna for me? So today, I'm going to share my lasagna recipe with the rest of you guys. All right, one of the beginning steps, you gotta cook your noodles up. So I used 9 of them. I have 3 different levels, so I put those in. We've already previously ground up our hamburger meat. So while I am grinding up my hamburger meat, those right there get to cooking. We'll let those cook boil down, and when they get tender, then we'll move them over and put them in to our pan and build our lasagna. So like we put the noodles in, we've cooked the noodles, we've grinded up our hamburger meat. I'm going to add my spaghetti sauce and mix that together. I don't usually cook the spaghetti and this right here together, because when I put it in the oven, it pretty much marries itself like that. Plus it's a little easier to handle putting it all together. Now I'll go ahead and mix that up there. If you want to, some people like it, some people don't. It's mushrooms. This particular setting that we're making this for, they don't really particularly care for the mushrooms. So today we're leaving out the mushrooms. But if you like mushrooms, definitely a nice add. I strained out the dill. I spray out my pan. This is my, it's a lot bigger of a lasagna pan. It's to serve dinners and stuff in. So I put 3 down to start with. I start with the cheese, like so. Just kind of get a good layering of these 2 kinds of cheeses. The reason I start like that is because when I get to the top, I don't want to have a layer of cheese on top like this, and then noodles, and then more cheese. This way it kind of blends it more through it all. Then we'll add some meat, about half of your container, the stuff that you make. And then we add cottage cheese. A lot of people like to use the ricotta cheese. I prefer cottage cheese. I think it makes it taste better. And I usually use, and I'm not lying here, a big container of cottage cheese, because I make a cheesy lasagna. Okay, then just do it all over again. You start with 3 more noodles. Cheese. Lots of cheese. Don't be shy to use your cheese. I like to use cheese. I like cheese. Cheese is good. Cheese is not good for you, but cheese is good. Don't be afraid to put the cheese on there, because this will melt into the meat and the noodles, and that's just what kind of gives it all kinds of good flavor. And then the rest of your meat. This is going to be one huge lasagna, guys. Oh, that looks so good. And the next level, cottage cheese again. And as I tell everybody who comes to my place and I try to teach them how to cook, the magic in your cooking and what makes it all so good is the love that you put into it. So, dab of love that we have here, the love from me to you. We put our noodles on there as the topping part of it now, and the rest of the cheese that you can possibly fit on there without it boiling over. I put the yellow cheese on first, because I like to put the white cheese on top. See the mounds of cheese? Yeah. That's what makes it so good. You want to get it all around the edges, kind of seal in the flavor there so it doesn't boil over so bad. Yeah, cheese. And if I had some more, no, I wouldn't put it on there. Because this is really high. But this will bake down. You put it in the oven and you bake it at 350 degrees. And that thing is heavy. Make sure you center it off really good so that it has a good even flow. 350 degrees for about 30 minutes or so, give or take, depending on how your oven bakes. Check it occasionally. You don't want the cheese to burn, so just check it. See you in about 30. All right. A lot of times, everybody likes to have. We like to make fried potatoes with my lasagna. Something also that I learned from my grandmother how to make fried potatoes. The secret to my fried potatoes and to her fried potatoes the same is cast iron skillet. I always use cast iron skillet and just about everything I cook, even when I'm cooking the hamburger meat for my lasagna, to anything. To me, cast iron skillet adds flavor. Don't tell me how it works like that, but it does. So we've put a little bit of oil in the bottom of our cast iron skillet, just like you would make any fried potatoes. We'll chop up some potatoes as thin as you can. I prefer to have them as thin as you can do it. So I gave it to the professional here on that, our little lefty. We cut them up, put them in the pan. While she's cutting that up, I'm going to put this over here on the stove so the grease can start getting warm so that it starts frying the way it should. Salt and pepper them to your tasting, to your liking. I personally like the taste of onion and fried potatoes. I like onion rings so that when you slice it, it just puts the onion rings in here. It kind of helps saute them together into the meat. They do wind up chopping up into littler pieces as you go anyway. She cuts them and makes them into the onion rings like so. We like to throw a few of the big chunks in because when my mom comes around and we're making this stuff, she's always stealing taters out of my thing. So I say, Mom, take the big chunks. The ones like this, the ends, those are her favorite anyway. So she does. She likes to eat the raw potatoes. So remember, you had your grease warming, so it's going to be a little hot. So be easy. Add it to it. I usually put a lid on it and let them cook down a little bit. In my family, we like crunchy, kind of crunchy. So we do let them kind of burn, not burn, but get really brown on the bottom. And then we flip them over. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Your money ain't for nothing and your chicks for free. Something my friends always told me, hanging around me. They go, girl, I don't know what it is. You always turn something into an 80s song, whatever you're doing. And I just did that, just like. We're just waiting for this to kind of brown. We've got about another, I'm going to say 15, maybe 20 minutes cooking here. We don't want it to get too brown. We like to get them golden brown like so. You just need to stir them occasionally from time to time because you don't want them to burn on the bottom, but you like to get them getting golden brown. This is my granddaughter, Sophia. She's my baby, but as any grandma would do, you pass on your traditions and you start them young. That's all I gotta say. So, Sophia, can you do one thing for me? Can you give it a little dash of love in there? Go, poof. Little dash of love. Go, whoop. There. Now they're gonna be perfect. Nope, that's, yeah. Oh, there with the love. Did you see it? I saw it. I saw it fly in there. Yeah, yeah. Good job, Sophia. Good job. Say it. Can you say it now? That's what we're talking about? Yeah, did you hear her? She said it.
My quality check time. See if she's doing this right. More pepper. It's good.
We're starting to brown around the edges, but we need to get more into the center and stuff. But it's getting really, really close. Probably about another 10 more minutes to get the top a little more brown, and she'll be good to go. And you think with these cast iron skillets that it would stick, but if you take care of your cast iron skillet like it should be, clean them the way they're supposed to be clean, and keep them greased up, you will not have the problem that you used to have back in the olden days of sticking so bad that that's why people went away from them and went to the Teflon because they didn't like having to clean up the stick. But if you take care of your cast iron skillet the way they're supposed to be taken care of, these things are not sticking to the pan at all. Okay, I'm here with my granddaughter Ashley, and she is going to help make sure that our lasagna got done right. Are you ready, Ashley? All right. So be careful, because why? It's hot, right? So we don't want nobody to get hurt. Nice and golden brown. I'm going to set it right up here by the potatoes. So, Miss Ashley, what do you think? You think we put enough love in there? Yeah. Give me. Mwah. And that's a wrap. So, it's a country thing, right? A little bit of apple juice. Right. Little sisterly love. This is what you get. Lasagna, fried taters and onions, and you can't get more country than that.